my beautiful daughter I'm never going to see again. And it's simple. It's not, we could fix it.
I was lucky enough to come home from school.
Today, President Trump listened to firsthand stories from people who survived or lost loved ones in school shootings, including last week's tragedy in Florida.
And Aransas Pass's police chief makes a controversial proposal to that city's school board. Thanks so much for joining us. The chief made that proposal during a special meeting to discuss school security in Aransas Pass.
Now, he outlined several different ways to improve security to school board members, including arming teachers in classrooms. Greg Chandler attended today's meeting, and he joins us now. So, Greg, is the chief talking about arming every teacher?
No, not at all, Lee. But Chief Eric Blanchard says there should be armed staff in schools. But again, not all staff, and only if they meet a strict set of requirements. Security is a concern in Aransas Pass schools.
I've heard from kids in this school system.
On Wednesday, Police Chief Eric Blanchard told the school board there's no plan in place between APPD and APISD in case of an active shooter. Blanchard did offer solutions, though.
One of the big ones is arming the faculty and staff. I mean, until we can really fix some of the problems, I think we need to give the staff a little bit more as far as tools to help defend themselves in the event of an active shooter. It's a privilege that we need to consider allowing the teachers to do.
According to Blanchard, arming faculty doesn't mean arming everyone. What he proposes is a combination of two state programs, Texas School Marshals and Texas School Guardians.
This really takes a special person to carry that weapon on campus. Nobody needs to know who's carrying.
Under Blanchard's plan, in order to be armed, teachers must pass a mental health evaluation, have a valid concealed handgun license, and pass an intensive training course. Blanchard says he's already heard from several interested teachers, but not everyone is on board.
I don't really think teachers should have guns, but I would definitely be for like tasers or mace or things that are non-lethal but can also disable a person. So why are we only practicing in one class period?
Aransas Pass Junior Class President Thomas Ledesma gave the board his opinion of campus security. He says he generally feels safe on campus, but events like last week's in Florida concern Ledesma and his classmates.
Every time we see something like a shooting or a fight or something, it's easy to think that that could be us.
Now, Chief Blanchard told me he hopes to have the first group of fully trained armed teachers in place in schools by the start of the next school year. That's, of course, if the board decides to follow his recommendation. Greg Chandler, Chris 6 News. Lee?
All right, thank you very much, Greg. It's been